Well guys, I got the furnace going again. This is my third attempt, and this should be a successful attempt. Got everything laid out. It was sort of like dead calm, and then we get a blast of wind, so I had to protect that. It blows the flame out. So I've got everything set up. I'm bringing the furnace up to temperature. This is not a smelting video. I don't want to overload you with smelting videos, but I am going to show you a little bit of a summary and the results. Maybe the pour and quench, who knows? I'll see how it goes. It's getting hot, but not yet. I'll show you what I got over here by the garage. Hopefully the wind won't be too much. It's really, see, it's starting to blast now. But it blows that furnace out and I lose my flame, and I gotta start over, and it's frustrating. I've prepared the molds. I don't know, it's shadowed on my camera, shows shadow, so I don't know if you can see it. I'll know when I edit in HD. I've prepared the molds. Somehow some wooden flakes got in there from, I don't know what, but anyway. It's much, much finer detail. Much better. I don't know what you can see. But this is the professional stuff, the real stuff. And this time it should work. It really should. No boiling, a lot of flames. I almost could have cast a tiny bit more, but it's really flaming. Wow. See, you don't see all that in the videos. That's a lot of flaming. I watched a lot of videos and they don't show you all this long, ongoing flame outs. I poured too much metal into one. I'll have to saw that down a bit. And the other one is perfect, I think. I'm liking the looks of that one. I think that one's going to be really good. I got a little bit shy on this corner, but I can sand that. I can machine that down. I blew the flame out. That's just nasty. That's the professional casting sand. That is nasty. That is just burning and burning and burning. But that costs some money. That's the real thing. So when that's done smoking, I'll quench it. It is nothing like you see in the videos. 10 minutes burning. That's really smoking. I want to wait till it stops burning off. That's really, really going for a while. When that's done, I'll quench it. I don't want to wreck these. I think these are going to be good. I really think these turned out. I am not going to risk wrecking that metal while it's still hot. Well, that's just not going to stop smoking. So I'm going to pry these out and quench them. Try not to breathe that in. They look good. There we have it. I'll give them another rinse and we'll have a look at them. Those look rough. That is all that burnt stuff is garbage. I have to throw that burnt part away. so that part is waste. It's still smoking. Again, you don't see that in the videos. They sure are pretty, aren't they? This time they turned out. Now I saw when I poured this, something fell out, a little piece of dross or something, into the middle of the mold, and there was nothing I could do at that time. There was not a thing I could do. But that's not going to affect anything. I can work around that. This is a flywheel for one of my motors, and that isn't going to affect anything. This one turned out perfect. It's interesting to see, because I used a plastic lid of a container. And I didn't see it on the containers, but you can see every dent and ding that was ever made on that lid. It cast a perfect copy of that. I do see something I can improve in future pours. You can see a little bit of layering in here, a little wrinkling on the edge. And that's where I was running out of aluminum, and I poured slower right there. I was tipping the crucible more and more to pour. I can still use this. I'll grind it flat to the same thickness across. But it's interesting to see every detail from the lid of that plastic container I used. But this one's fine. The only flaws in this are the flaws that were in the original form that I used, which is interesting. Even the rim around the lid. Guys, come on. Every ridge in that lid is there. This one mushroomed a little. I'm not sure why, but again, that's not going to affect anything at all. And again, you can see the ring around the lip or the original form that I used, and any flaws that were in that lid. But next time, when I get these machined out the way I want them, I'll probably use one of them for my next mold, and have the holes and alignment and everything I want then cast next time. But I'd call it a success. Well, the third attempt is a charm, I think is how it goes. I'm not sure with sayings, but it worked. Here we got our birdies out. I can't get too close because I don't know, these are flighty ones. They're timid. There's a silky over here. So those are the baby birds in the chicken tractor. Here I've been working neater. Only a pile of wood that I've been processing, and then tree bark. I'll rake that up as I go. There is a face cord of slab wood drying in the sun. This was a better batch for firewood. This was a much better batch for firewood. So I think that's on Country Wood Products when I got the trailer load. And so you can check that out. I'll put a link down below. There's some really good meat on some of those pieces down in there. Really good pieces. And then I've got here some that I am processing. That'll be another video later. That's going to take me some time to finish. But I've got some pickets for our fence, and I've got some garden pickets. This morning I finished processing the trailer load, and I've got some slabs to pick up, firewood bundles to prepare. And over here, I'm doing the second processing of the pickets. I'm resorting. When I pulled them off the trailer, I threw them on a pallet to be done again later. These are going to be on my main fence over here, and those are going to be garden pickets. So I'm sorting on the fly. I'll take the ones that are going to be the fence are going here. If it's going to be a garden picket, it goes here and gets cut into the 4-foot section I need, and the rest becomes firewood slabs. So I'm halfway through that, but that'll be on Country Wood Products another time, another day or two, by the time I'm done processing the video, because I still have to rerun them on the sawmill yet. Another piece, anything that's straight enough and good enough, I'm recutting into 2-foot strips for my watchtower, which I have been working on. Let me go show you some updates. Notice the ground is free and clear. The only thing left is the side paneling to my watchtower, the siding, which I will be finishing soon. And then the stuff that was on top for weight of my, I had 4 pallets here. I had, or 3, anyway, I had some pallets here. I had cedar, lumber drying, and my siding drying. And what's left is going to be processed into firewood. Over here, the girls have worked and done a beautiful job cleaning up everything off the ground over here. And I just got a little bit left, which I may or may not get to today. These pieces are from an elm that I want to resaw. That's an oak that I think probably is going to have some really beautiful patterns in it. It's got a branch there and a branch there and a lot of knobs right there. That's going to go on the sawmill. And then some logs I'm going to cut into firewood. And that's a piece of that elm that I'm probably going to run on the mill. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful slab. Now, pause for some beauty. Oh, finally the bees are out in force. Yes, I haven't seen any pollinators. Today is what, the 22nd of May. And I finally see pollinators. They're out in force. Finally, boy, you hear them buzzing. That's a relief. Look at that beauty. That is the most I have ever seen. That's apple blossoms on our tree. That is so amazing. Look at this. Oh, the smell. Oh, wow. I'm going to pause and smell it. I'll be back. Edible. Oh, never, ever have I seen so many flowers on this. Wow. If even half of them become apples, this tree is going to break. I think I'm going to have to prune. What is going on this year? I'm going to have to thin them out this year. Oh, it smells like roses in the air. Sorry for that long distraction. Wow. At that. I have been busy picking at it now and then. It's got a roof. It's got security systems. It's got lights. Look at that. It's coming together. So some of the slabs I'm putting on here. And that's the siding I made last year on my sawmill out of a piece of pine. And that's that pallet that I said I've got to use up yet. But, wow. Isn't that neat? So, I've just got one wall done. That's it for now. I'm starting to frame in the back wall and the doors and stuff. But the roof is on and done. It is waterproof. And I've got some security going in there. And I'll be adding more as I finish this. But I'll have an upstairs and a downstairs. And it's coming along really, really good. Really good. The electric fence wires are not touching it, and I'm going to be moving that and putting insulators so that it's going to stand off far enough so nobody could just squish it together with a stick and ground it out. But I'll be working on that. And it's probably the last you'll hear of that from me. But there it is. That has been a work in progress, a vision coming together. Big herb bed is ready to plant. Sadly, something that I put in last year, Melanie thought it was a weed over in our greenhouse, and she pulled it out, and I don't think it's going to survive. I think that's the end. I put it in here. That's a medicinal plant. I forgot the name at this time, but she yanked it out, and it ripped some of the roots off, and that's the end of that. So I'll get another. But this is going to be a medicinal herb bed. It is ready to plant.